Hi everybody, I am Lady Stars and Fire, and my real name is Michelle Espinosa. This is our weekly healing messages for May 15th until the 23rd. Or you may want to see it as the weekly reading. Either way, I don't care. That's up to you. The point is, the readings that I give, the healing messages that I give are exactly that. They're healing messages to help us out through the week. I'm not here to tell you what's gonna happen to you. That's not how it works with me. I'm here simply to give the guidance of when this stuff happens, understand why it's happening, so that we can now heal and move forward positively. It's that simple. That's why I call it the healing messages. Now, at the end of this week, on Saturday, we have a full moon on Saturday at the end of this week. And it's going to be in Scorpio. So right there is telling you it's going to be intense. So this week is going to be high of energy. But that's not exactly a bad thing. Different people are going to see it in different ways. See, because I have a lot of ho-hum energy, like, I'm feeling from different people. And this is just, it's time to get yourself out of that. It's time to find the high priestess that is in you and bring it out. Your princess warrior and bring it out. Your superhero and bring it out. And there's a reason. Because it's going to go through a major change. Especially right now we're feeling it. And let me explain. I'm going to start off the week with the fact that the moon's in Virgo. Virgo is detail oriented. We're fixing, we're fussing, we're picking at things, we're correcting things, we're cleansing things. That's simple. We're cleaning things, we're making it more healthy for us, health conscious in our life. Now that's just the beginning of the week because we're in Virgo. But then we move into Libra in the middle of the week. And Libra is all oriented towards relationships and partnerships. Plain and simple. But it usually is bringing us, how do we fix a balance? How do we restore a balance in these areas, in these relationships, these partnerships? How do we balance them again? Because they're slightly out of balance, and how do we tap the scales and get it right again? Which is simple, but that's giving you reason to compromise, reason to be cooperative with one another. But then as soon as we move into Scorpio, we have that new moon, which is going to be showing us these changes that may have been coming while we were in Libra. But in Scorpio, we tend to be intense. We tend to really feel everything to the ninth and take it up to a new level. And that's not bad as long as you're aware that you might be overreacting in some of these areas. Because we tend to really feel a lot when we're in Scorpio. We're overpassionate. We feel a lot of joy. We feel a lot of love. We notice the betrayal. See what I'm saying? We really feel in here. And for empaths, you're going to feel not only you're going to be feeling that build of others this week. So it's important for you to break that down, separate it, and know the difference. The sun also enters Gemini on Friday, the day before the full moon. I don't know why I keep wanting to call it a new moon. But the day before the full moon, the Gemini sun is entering Gemini. And Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So Gemini is going to bring about changeable curiosity to I want to shine, and mixing it with Mercury, which is all about communication. But remember, Mercury is still in retrograde at the moment. It's not going to stay in retrograde the whole time Sun is in Gemini. But you need to remember that at this very moment, communication is going to be very important. Not just emotionally, but actually coming out of your mouth. What you're saying needs to be heard, and you need to really pay attention to what you're saying. Plus, like I said, Sun itself is in Gemini. So it's all going to be about how can I make me shine a little bit better through changeable curiosity. So it's able to bring out new changes into our life, new events, new starts, something new, which is wonderful. But make sure you're communicating exactly what it is you want, at least in the beginning here while we're still in Mercury retrograde. Now, I'm being directed also to the fact Pluto is in retrograde as well. And we're halfway through Pluto's retrograde. It doesn't come out of retrograde until sometime in September. It's a long retrograde. But the reason I'm being directed to it is because of that ho-hum personality. Getting tired. I've been working really hard, and you know what? I just want a break. Plain and simple. A lot of that is, I've been working really hard, and I'm not really getting where I want, or it's not working out, or other people's situations are keeping me from moving forward. This is all part of Pluto. Now, what I'm being shown is, everybody has heard of the god Thor. Everybody knows who Thor is. Well, think of Pluto as Thor, temporarily for a moment. Now, when Pluto goes in retrograde, think of Thor throwing down his hammer. Because when Pluto goes retrograde, it is this absolutely has got to happen. End of discussion, it's going to happen. Get my point? Pluto is aggressive. Pluto is also bringing about what has to happen in the way of death, destruction, and decay in your life. This stuff has got to go. End of discussion. It oversees, though, sex, reincarnation, recycling, rejuvenation, and regeneration. So it's letting go of that old so the new can start. And this is where we are just holding on tight and I'm not letting go of it. Well, Pluto's going to throw down that hammer and it's halfway through right now. So that hammer is starting to really come down. Let me give you a good example. Say it has to do with your parents. Say you're at that point in your life where your parents, plain and simple, are starting to become seniors. And they need help. It's time to step up to the plate. Some of us are stepping up to the plate. Well, maybe other family members aren't. This is those situations that are coming in. Pluto is not only about you, babe. Pluto is about we are going to make this cycle turn. We're going to make it turn over so the new can start for everybody in a positive way. But that doesn't mean that necessarily at the moment it's going positively for you. Because Pluto is seeing the big picture as it throws down its hammer. So maybe you're the one who needs to step back and go, I need help and I can't and I won't do it all by myself. Maybe you're the parent who says, I need help and I can't and I won't do it all by myself. Maybe you're the big brother who's helping out and is trying to tell somebody, I need help. And maybe somebody in the family isn't helping. I'm giving you ideas. The situation is this death, this decay, this situation is going to happen so new can start. I'm just using seniors because I have to take care of my mom as one, and I'm seeing it in a lot of people right now where they have to make that change. They have to have that right to make that change, and the world is going to push it. So the point is if you're somebody who happens to be really good at being an ostrich, sticking your head in the ground, and I just hope that if I keep my head down here long enough, everything will go away. It's not going to go away. That's what Pluto is here for. Pluto is going to push the event to happen. So if things are hard on you right now, it's because it's trying to move everything forward in a more positive way. But sometimes in order for new starts to happen, we have to have those destructions. And that is what Pluto is all about. It's like I said, it's hammer of Thor being thrown down going, we're not doing this way anymore. We're doing it this way. Get on board and suck it up. It's that simple. And then, trust in the process. Stop fighting the process. If you fight in the process, This is probably why you're having a harder time. I hate to say it, but that most likely is the situation. Other than that, I feel that the week is a very good week. But I'm being reminded by Spirit also. Power and control. These two are not the same. And you need to realize this. Because power and control, and these two are not the same. What they want you to understand is personal power is being freed of the shackles of attachment. When you are no longer finding yourself attached to anything because you are able to be adaptable, then you're finding your true power. It's that simple. Control is a different situation. Control is something we try to have, but we can't. Control is not part of who and what we ever are. You don't have any choice over control over your life. You can control moments, but to be honest, you do not know when that next accident is going to happen and change every event in your life. That next situation. You just do not know. That is the bigger picture at hand. It's that simple. Control is an idea brought on by negativity. And negativity has one job. How can I keep you from achieving the job you want? How can I keep you from moving forward positively? So if it can keep you in that ho-hum, I don't want to do this today, then it's going to, because you're giving it power. It's time to get up and pull that warrior princess right up out of you. If you're a superhero, pull that out of you. I don't care what it is that you've got to do to pull that out of you. You do not want to be able to give negativity the ability to go, I can keep you from moving forward. Because it's its only job. How can I stop that from happening? And if you're following into that because of stuff going on with Pluto, this is why I'm being told to bring it up. Because that ho-hum may be making you feel like, because maybe you have been working really hard, but every time you decide you quit, every time you decide you quit, even for a small amount of time, you're giving it an upper hand. It's that simple. Stop giving it the upper hand. You can take a rest, not quit. Make sure you understand the difference. Find your power, but power is not control. I'm also being reminded of your 4 elements, and that you need to keep it in mind right now. Your 4 elements is your emotional, your mental, your physical, and your spiritual. Your mental, your emotional, your physical, and your spiritual. If something is working against one of those 4 to keep you out of balance, then it is not working for you. You have to be smart enough to know when you need rest. You have to be smart enough to know when you need your balance. Because balance, baby, is fragile. It's that simple. And your 4 elements is what creates your wholeness. So if something or someone is taking away from your mental, your emotional, your spiritual, or your physical, then they are working against you. No matter what they say, they are working against you. They might be working for them, but they're working against you. And this is what you need to understand. Your 4 elements need to be the most important thing to your balance, as well as how fragile that balance is, so that you can keep it balanced. You're going to have a lot of shape shifting coming on for that new of the whole next part of this year, is what I'm being told. Now, and I'm being told again, trust in the process and look past the fire and the ice of the situations. Starting off the week is Sawilo. Just looks blurry to me. Sawilo. I don't know why it looks blurry to me. But this week, actually, the book is what spoke. I just went in and I found runes to match it, along with which one seemed to be vibrating at its highest. But the book actually spoke before I even got to the runes this week, which tells you how highly important it is, because my book rarely speaks on its own. Anyway, Sawilo is the sun wheel. It is in the air. It is a time of power being available to you for changes. Like I said, you have the full moon, you have the sun also moving into Gemini. Pluto is pushing things through, and that hammer is coming down harder. But right now, you have the full moon showing you these changes, and you have sun moving into Gemini, helping you show yourself off in new creative ways. Points, Sawilo. Sawilo points to revelations of the clear direction, the end of the blockage. It focuses on matters of social success, verbal success. It is also a journey over water or of finding one's way, like within yourself. It is the navigation ruin. It shows the presence of teachers and counselors being brought into your life, guidance, setting goals, pursuing the path, spiritual navigations. It is the beacon, the sun lighting the way. It is a sense of your own self-worth, a positive course of action, the stasis of basically forward movement, hope, success, achievement, recognition, and honor. But again, education is positive, and it brings good fortune. Again, it is a time of power being presented to you. Then we have, as soon as I can figure it out, where is Pethro? Pethro is the apple, the cup, the chess piece. It is water. It is birth. It is one's destiny, determination of one's future, taking the need for the risks, and overindulgent in one's behavior. It indicates a social enjoyment, entertainment, or a new birth into the unknown, ventures into the unknown. It's the rules of Runencast of magical intuition. Me and my mouth are not getting along today. I'm tongue-tied. Sorry. It can point to the presence of entertainers as well as practitioners in that area. Principle, again, of unknown childbirth or childbirthing of some form. Birth of new. Intuition of wisdom and of taking risks. It is also a change of arms. Fellowship, social enjoyment, laughter, as well as gambling. It is understanding, creating karma, or fate, testing fate. One creates one's own fortune. Bonding of psyche and soma. Evolutionary growth. Regeneration of secrets and their mysteries. Unmanifested powers weaving into pattern. Learning through the experiences of it. Then I am being shown Jera. Jera is the year, the harvest, the season. Earlier efforts being rewarded, being realized, and promise to the new success. Timing, natural cycles, waiting for results. Ruin of harvest, ruin of one's efforts, points of attunements as well to the earth and to the seasons. Jera shows the presence of someone who is working with the land or who is working with the environment. The interpretations are cycle and cycle of seasons, changes, organic, or natural process. It is the harvest. It is the patience. It is timing. It is rewards for efforts, debts paid back. Cycle of life, returning energy, outward cycle of natural flow from beginning to end. Putting energy into the external and relationships again with the environment. Then we have, they had a lot to say. Then we have, it was. Sorry. It is the horse. It is twin. It is horse. It is the partnership. It is earth. It is also the animal kingdom. It points to moments of change for the better. See, like I said, it's good week, but there's a lot of powerful energy. Points towards teamwork and cooperation, working in harmony, shared endeavors, union, erotic coupling are all parts of its focuses. Can indicate presence of a partner or a spouse, a state of marriage. But I always remind everybody anytime this comes up, that does not mean the marriage is a partner like your girlfriend or your boyfriend in a marriage. It can, but I don't want to be held responsible for saying that and then you're like, no, I didn't meet that person. Because it's not only that. It's also in areas of your relationships with your like work. You may be making a new partnership with work. You may be making a new partnership in other areas of your life. That does not only mean sexual relationships. Although it can mean it. It does not only mean that. It can reveal the journey into the unseen world and the means in which the journey is to be made. Partnerships, cooperation, union of the horse and its rider. I'm sorry, I have to laugh at that. That was a shaman thing. That just happened with me. Sorry. Partners, give and take, adjustments, the need of others, meetings, joint efforts, teamwork, running in tandem, harmony, active bonding, coupling, erotic, and marriage, endeavors involving others, plain and simple, attraction of opposites, respecting differences. So respecting people's differences even though they are opposite of you. Female side in active balance with the male side. And then again, that it's moving positively, and it can be a vehicle into the other world for journeying or your journey in general. So it is moving forward. Then I am being given Berkana. Well, like I said, I can't seem to make it focus well. Berkana is shape shifting, is what I started off with. But Berkana is the birch tree. It is for fertility. It is beginnings. It is earth. It is the world of tree, plant, and forest. And I am tongue-tied today. Sorry. Points to women, women's issues, female mysteries, new beginnings, new beginnings from within. I'm going to get it right yet. New beginnings from within. Fertility as well. Cleansing. It is the magic of the goddess at work. Berkana may indicate the presence of powerful women or the need to contact one. Plain and simple. We move slowly through our learning, and this is how we grow, is what Berkana says. That we move slowly through our learning. This is how we grow. This is the promise for new beginnings, the new renewal. Principles of fertility, new life. Principles for fertility, new life. Release following a period of gestation. Preparation for new starts, new beginnings based off of old patterns. Growth through carrying the intuition and rebirth into that hero. Like I said, it's time to lift up the superhero that is within you, your princess warrior that is from within you. Time to pull her out. It's time to let her out of the cage that's in you. It's time to make her seen again. The goddess made manifested. It is also exorcism of releasing of what is no longer germane in your life so that the new power of yourself can be found. It's going to be a good week, and hopefully I can learn to talk. I hope you all have a very wonderful week. Hugs and kisses in the wind, everybody. And please check out my show, Getting Familiar, on PBN Radio every Thursday night at 8 o'clock. Bye.